It took 7 generations to get us to where we are. It's going to take another 7 generations for us to see healing. That is a long time from now. The Anglican Church of Canada was very much part of the residential school system. They ran the schools. They are part of the system that took away the language and identity of these people. And I think it's only right that we as Anglicans, if we are going to reconcile, we need to support the people in their healing journey.
I am sorry, more than I can say, that we were part of a system which took you and your children from home and family.
If we're going to be faithful to the apology, and we're going to be appropriately responsive to the calls to action from Canada's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, if we're going to put our money where our mouth is when we talk about healing, then absolutely, we must find ways to support this ministry for the long haul.
We've done funded a lot of programs on counseling, whether it's counseling individuals, counseling families, counseling as groups, youth and children's projects, youth and elders projects, cultural programs. We've also had a lot of parenting skills workshops, training. That has been really amazing to see the different areas that have come up with curriculum on parenting, traditional parenting. Language programs have risen within the last couple of years, right across the country. We have a high percentage coming from the West, language programs.
Imagine if someone said to Fred Hiltz, "Don't you dare speak your language. Don't you speak English here."
When one loses their language, their identity is also lost. Their way of life, their perspective on the world is much, much different. And so it has been said to me a number of times by many elderly people, language is the one area that will bring the identity back.
I think it's an impressive accomplishment that we've been able to fund so many projects over such a long period of time, almost 20 years.
It's been an amazing journey to get to know these people. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And the people who are so spiritual in their lives, even though they had been so abused as children, and yet they've gone through that and they've overcome those abusive activities that face them. But at the same time, many of them, I suppose, are just, they've learned to cope. The memories will never leave them, but they've learned to cope through faith in their Creator.
Reconciliation is at the heart of the church's faith. You know, if you look at, you know, Christ, you know, I mean, his whole ministry was about reconciliation, bringing people together in God. The Healing Fund is not just a story about healing. It's a story about hope in the midst of so much despair. And we're called to be a people of hope. We're called to be ministers of hope. And the Healing Fund enables our church to do that very well.
For those of you who have supported the program, and I know there are many of you, I wish to thank you very much for your support and for allowing me to be part of the work.